And then I go in with my Olay Regenerist whip. Olay Regenerist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time, welcome. I'm Niecy. This is Beautybybniecy. I try to post beauty videos twice a week, so I would love to see you every time that I post, so please consider subscribing. If this is not your very first time, thank you so much for always supporting. So if you guys follow me on Facebook, which I know my Facebook is a little, it's like semi-private, so I try to post more personal stuff there, more than just solely beauty like my YouTube. Now, I made a poll on my Facebook story asking if people wanted me to do a series on tutorial on makeup application, and I think 75% of people voted yes. I will leave the poll here or there somewhere if I have it saved. If not, I will not show it. But that is the reason why we're here. So I am gonna have a series. I will have 3 videos total. So today's video will be skin prep, foundation, and concealer. So starting off with makeup application, you always want to make sure that your face is clean. Let's say you just came out of the shower, it's early in the morning, it's perfect timing when you run out of the shower to have your makeup done. If you've gone through the day like I've done today, it is about 4:30 p.m. and I'm filming this, so I went through the day without makeup, but then if I come in and I am filming, I make sure that my face is clean. I always use, some people use makeup wipes, which is fine. This just takes out all your makeup, but it's a little harsh on the skin, so I will recommend Micellar water. There are so many brands. This one is from Kroger. It's a Kroger brand. I feel like all the Micellar waters work the same way. You just pay more for other name brands. So I used this. I've already used this to clean my face. And then or anything, you can just even wash your face with your face cleanser. That is fine. And then I moisturize my lips. The reason why I do that is my lips crack easily, so I always either moisturize with a lip gloss, clear lip gloss, or sometimes I'll use my like lip scrub. I'll do that first, just take off the scrub and then come on camera to film. So we're doing this first. And I'm using this Milani Rose Butter Lip Mask lip gloss. This is how that looks. This is from their Rose Water series. So I just wanted to forewarn that if you're already good with your makeup, you have your skin prep, your foundation, concealer down, and you're not interested in, and I do understand you're not interested in me explaining thoroughly what everything does, you can skip this video. I will put the time here, the timestamp here, where you can skip to, but don't skip out of the video. You need to watch the whole thing, okay? I need to get my views. All right guys, so for skin prep, it is really important, especially if you want your makeup to be long lasting, if you want your makeup to stay on really long, if you want, well, I just repeated that. Okay, it's the same thing, you know what I meant. Or if you want your makeup to apply smoothly with no patches, no creases, this step is truly important. Like, it is the make or break of your entire base. So today I am gonna put on my sunscreen, but my sunscreen is also my moisturizer. So I honestly know that if you have sunscreen, it goes on your face first before your moisturizer and everything else. Going in first with this vitamin C serum. This is the Olehenriksen Brightening Serum. There is a great dupe for this, and I will put that on the screen, but this is the Olehenriksen Banana Vitamin C Serum. This is really great serum for dark spots and just to even out your skin. But this baby right here is way too expensive. I don't even want to tell you guys the price, but it is too much. It's too expensive. I am trying it out though. Let's see what it does for my skin. And then I go in with my Olay Regenerist whip with sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 25. This is my lotion, my moisturizer, and it has SPF, so I don't have to worry about sunscreen because this already has it. I am gonna, and this has like a butter, whitish butter. It's kind of hard to see focus, but this is that. And then I'm gonna put it on the skin. It's a little thick, but it actually blends out really well. So if, like I said, if you have really oily skin and you want to mattify, one recommendation that I have is the Tacha Skin Silk Primer. It is so hard. Okay, this is how it looks. If I open it up, and this is too expensive too, mine is almost out, but this is it. It's a really great mattifying primer. A great dupe for that is this e.l.f. Putty primer. This is a great dupe for if you have oily skin. Really inexpensive. I think it is probably $5 or maybe less. It's a very good one. Now if you have like a combination skin, you can go ahead and use whatever. I use whatever I have. This is my Maybelline Master Prime. It is a blur and pore minimizer primer. I'm gonna use this one. And now if you have dry skin, you want to use a moisturizing primer. It's only right, since I showed you guys the mattifying primers, to show you moisturizing primers too. What I have here is the Bobbi Brown's Enriched Face Base Vitamin. And guys, I had to go back and forth with a subscriber. I think she probably unsubscribed, because I asked the people at Bobbi Brown and they told me this freaking thing is a primer. Okay, even though it says base, it is still a primer. This girl argued with me. She was a subscriber. She's like, it's not a primer. I'm like, I asked the people, I chatted with them and they said it was. Anyway, that was just by the way. I digressed. But this is a good moisturizing primer as well. And then a great dupe for that, ooh, I have to clean it, it's dirty, is the Milani Prime Protect SPF 30. This has a sunscreen in it, so it is a great moisturizing primer too. And then the last one is this No Poreplem Primer Prime Essence. This is really hydrating. This is from Touch in Soul. It's a great moisturizing primer. Now the next step is color correcting. This step, actually I need a whole entire video to explain colors and the different, oh let me fix that, to explain colors and the different ways you can correct it. If you get the color wheel, whatever color is your problem, look at the opposite, that will be the one to correct it. As simple as that. For me, I use this LA Girl Pro Concealer. I think you should get this in almost around the world. They ship worldwide. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from AliExpress, which is probably a dupe. But the orange corrector, I used to correct that. If you see this, I will correct that too, just a little bit. And then under my eyes, my under eye, I have like naturally blessed Gucci bags, so I kind of corrected just so for foundation, there are at least 4 kinds of foundation that I can think of right now. Starting off in no particular order is your powder foundation. I have an example here, which is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. This I will say is like the easiest way you can apply your foundation. If you are new, you have never tried makeup before and you are just stumbling upon this video, I recommend this. All you have to do is it's a powder. This is pressed powder, so all you have to do is just get your brush in there, swirl your brush, and then just staple it all in to get your coverage that you want. And then after stapling, you can go in and blend it in. So you have your powder foundation. The next on the list is a stick foundation. This is depending on what kind of foundation and formula they have. This could be full coverage or medium coverage. So this is from Colourpop. This is the stick foundation. So what you do is like you draw it on your face, and some people actually have like a makeup palette where they will like break it in, smash it, and then they will apply it on the face with like a brush, or yeah, basically a brush. So you could have that too, a stick foundation. And then cream foundation, which I don't have an example to show you, is a lot thicker than your powder and the stick foundation. You could even have a stick foundation which is also cream. So that is another one that people also go for. And then the one which I feel like most people use is your fluid liquid foundation. This one is from ELF. This is just an example. So this is a liquid. It could come with a pump like this, and my pump is so dirty, or some come in a tube like that where you squeeze it, and then others come without a pump, depending on whatever brand you're getting. So those are the 4 different kinds of foundations that I can think of on top of my head. Today we're gonna do a fluid liquid foundation, and honestly, to match your foundation, you just do a swipe, okay, between your jaw and then your neck. You do a swipe to make sure that you come close. I have not seen any foundation that perfectly matches my face and my neck and my chest. So I just do that, and I make sure that I rub it in, and then I wait for like a minute or 2 to let it set. And then sometimes if you're trying a foundation in a store, the lighting can be it can throw you off. So I try to go outside, or sometimes I'll get a sample and try it. Now I don't know if they do the same in other countries, like the Sephora and the makeup shops in other countries do it. They will give you a sample. Depending on the store, you may get a sample to go and try. But these are just a little background about foundations, and this is honestly for people who are new. So today's foundation is going to be, I think I'm gonna do my NYX Born to Glow, since I already have it out. I'm gonna do this foundation today. So I already have this because I was testing the color. I actually have 2, and I wasn't sure which one matched me better, so I had to try it out. And that is what is showing here. So this is honestly a pump, and this is what I would advise you to start with. Always start with 1 pump. What you don't want to do is like squirt 3 pumps at the same time and then try to blend it in. I feel like it doesn't give you a smooth and seamless finish. So I always try and start with just 1 pump. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a beauty sponge. This is the ELF beauty sponge. I'm going to use this. I'm going to wet it. Actually make it moist, not wet it. So we're doing this on camera right now. So that is all I do to make sure that it's damp. And then I'm going to use that on one side of my face, like so. So we're gonna do brush on this side. Alright guys, so here I just demonstrated how I was applying the foundation, that I wasn't swiping, I was just stapling, and also touching my nose here. I was just moving my nose so that I could get into that corner beside my nose to make sure that the foundation application was seamless. I just did not want to make this video longer than it already was. So for concealer, I feel like this step is very optional. This is just to bring out, since I put on the foundation, my whole face is flat. So this concealer will bring out all the areas of my face that needs to be highlighted. So let's say under my eyes here, if I need it to be highlighted, what am I saying? So under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. If I need those places to pop out, I will highlight those places. So today we're using, and honestly you can totally skip this step and then finish off your face. We're using the Pat McGrath. The only reason why I'm using this is just closer to me. You can use any concealer that you have. For me, if I'm doing my concealer, I want to get like a mirror that is really close so that I can really see my face, because I cannot really see far with this mirror. So the brows are done. This is like no effort at all, but brows are next video, so don't worry about it. We will get that done. And then contour. So I always contour from this top of my ear. I go down the line like so, like halfway. I don't bring it down. And then as you can tell, my contour is really close to my foundation shade, really close, like so. And then I just do that, and then we go down here. Honestly, I could go deeper with this shade, but this is all I got right now, and it looks like this video is getting too long, so that is what we're doing. So you want to do that till you don't see, till everything is smooth, let me put it that way. And then what I do is to not move products too much on your face. What I do is, like, I will use just this part, blend, 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 blend. When I'm getting to the edges, I will like slowly turn and use the spot where there's no product to blend the outside so that I don't drag the product out. That's the same technique I'm gonna use. And also most of the time I use a brush to blend my under eye, but I feel like if you're a beginner, the best to use is your blending sponge. So I'm blending, but I'm staying at the same spot. Blending, blending, and I'm taking it up. I look up and then I'm taking it up like so. I'm trying to keep it here in the same vicinity so that I don't take it to the to the outer corner. See where it's ending? So this part I flip it like this, and then I go like that, and then I try to blend it like that so that it doesn't go all the way out. They're all blended, and we're getting ready to set just the under eye. Now I know a lot of people bake. I don't. I feel like when I bake, it makes my under eye look too dry and patchy, so I don't bake. I have like so many powders, guys. If I show you, this video is not gonna end, but I'm gonna show you 3 types of powder that you can use. This first one is this shade, which I usually use that to set my under eye. As you can tell, it's a little more brownish and not too yellow. I also sometimes use this powder. Now I know this is super white, but it is so finely milled and translucent that it does not stay or taint your under eye white. I think I may probably use that to show you guys that it is not as bad. And then I have the Huda Beauty, which is a yellow powder. Now I like this powder, and I could have used it. This shade is Kunafa. I could have used it under my eye, but I feel like it's too drying and I don't like that. So usually what I use this for is to reverse contour. So you know what, I'm gonna use this one from Ciate London, the white one. I'm gonna use that, and I'm using the same sponge. I've not changed my sponge. So I tap it in and then I press it to get the excess off, and then I go in my Huda Beauty, and then I use that to reverse contour. And this powder has actually been placed right under the contour line. I placed it on it, shoot. Anyway, it should be right under it, like this one. This one went all the way up, but it happens. Hi guys, welcome back. So this is the final look. I know the face looks totally different. Don't worry guys, by the time we get through this series, you will be able to slay a look like this. So a few tips that I also wanted to add is that when I put the setting powder on my face, the translucent powder to set my highlight, I actually pressed it in. I know that I didn't film that part, but I actually pressed it in. I didn't swipe it out. I pressed it in when I was trying to get rid of it. So this is it. So I hope that you guys are gonna learn something from this. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna post this on a Sunday, so you guys have like the entire week to get your products together and also practice this look. And one thing that I'm gonna say is makeup is all about practice. Practice makes perfect. Makeup is all about practice. Practice makes perfect. So just continue to play with it. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, because the more you make mistakes, the more you get the opportunity to correct it and you don't repeat those mistakes again. So guys, that is it. That is the end of the video. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. I will leave all my information in the description box. It will also be in my on the screen. So make sure that you follow this series. Make sure that you share this series on your Facebook platforms, everywhere. All you have to do is copy the link, like you hit share on the top. If you're on a phone, hit top share and copy the link and share on all your social media platforms. Invite all your friends to watch this series. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.